If that's how Jesus look in the Bible, why are we worshiping that? That's idolatry. That's a false god. God said, have no other gods before me. And with that, he says, don't keep the commandments. Just give people a hug and hold the door open for them. Moses said, if you don't keep my commandments, you're going to be cursed. Now, I showed you the history. Now, I want to show you the curses. All right, read verse 16.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
So you got us here being whooped, sold in the fields, right? And if you look around our communities, right, where do we generally live? Do we live in the best parts of the earth? We live in the ghettos, right? That's clear. So we cursed in the cities and cursed in the field. Read on.
Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
Our basket, that's our bank, right? The black bank, where's it at? All right, so what are we doing with the black bank? Is the black bank building the black community? All right then, right? It's cursed. We can't even keep our money in the community. We get paid and we go straight to the other people and throw our money at them. We go down to Chinatown and get 55 shirts. That's what we do. Right? So our basket, our community chest is destroyed. Exactly, right? So these are things that we can, it's in the Bible, but we can relate it to our lives, right? Give me verse 48.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
Now I want you to listen real good, because it says Moses is talking to his people that he just got out of Egypt. He said, therefore will you serve your enemies. The Bible is using the word enemies. So if I use the word enemies, it's not because I hate somebody, it's because the Bible used it. Now listen good. Read it again.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
Now when we was in the field, right? Did we serve somebody? Were they our friends? Were they our cousins? The Bible says they're our enemies, right? The Bible says that they're our enemies, right? Read it. Go ahead.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger.
For your food, you got to go to your enemies, right? Did that happen? Now, let me ask you a question, right? Did you eat anything today? Okay. Now, when you about to go get something to eat, right? Which I'm gonna tell you to chill on that real quick, right? Are you gonna get it from the black community? Okay. So now, if every other nation said we not selling to Negroes no more, where you gonna get food at?
Break them up.
Right. So now we have to serve our enemies for the want of food. Right. Read on.
And in thirst
for your drink. Same situation. Where you gonna get your drink from? Is that your nation? Okay, let me give you you heard Flint, Michigan? With the water crisis? Right. Why didn't the black community, the black bank, just be like, hey, look, we got you. We'll go fix them pipes. We'll go set it up for you, and you'll be drinking pure water in no time. Right? Why didn't that happen? Because the Lord said he would send enemies against us that we would have to depend on them for our food and our water. Now, when you got the other people here in Hawaii, they had bad water. They cleaned that up in months, a couple months. Flint, Michigan, it almost a decade.
Right.
And then we had to depend on the other people, and they took their time. Read on. We're gonna go through it because what I'm doing, I want you to visualize the things that we're reading, because it's not just a book of fantasy. This is what happened to our people. Read.
And in nakedness
for our clothing. Who do we have to go to? Right? Who do we gotta go to today? Who you get? You get your clothes from the black community? All right, read on.
And in want of all things.
And if you wanted papers for your freedom, called manumission, if you wanted that, who did you have to go to? Did you be like, all right, you know what I mean, master, I'm good. I done, picked enough cotton. I done did enough stuff. I think me and my family gonna get up out of here now. Couldn't do that, right? If you wanted to walk 10 feet from a tree line, you had to get permission. Right? Now today, if you want to register your car, who you got to go to? You going to the black community? Car insurance. Right? If you want to get new tires. Right? If you want to get draws. Right? Anything. Right? If you want to get medical benefits, you cannot get those things from the black community, because the Lord said, because you did not keep my commandments, I'm going to make you have to go to your enemies. Serve them. Grovel before them to get all these things. Now read the next thing. Look.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
He put a yoke of iron upon our necks, right? So now we're painting a picture of our history and our current life, right? He's going to put a yoke of iron upon our neck. How long is he going to have this yoke of iron? Read.
Until he hath destroyed thee.
Until You coming around here talking about I'm black. You used to be Judah. Now the yoke of iron been on your neck so long, you talking about I'm black. You understand? These are the things that our people aren't taught in school. They're not taught in the military. They're not taught in the Christian churches, because the Christian church is the devil. We out here reading the Bible and we showing you history. Get verse 68. Let me show you something real quick. Because you said you've seen these images many times.
Especially this one.
Yep. That's a dude going to the army. His name is Whit Peter, or sometimes they call him Gordon.
I never knew his name.
Exactly. But everybody's seen his picture. That's famous. That's why when we say slaves, we know exactly what image pops up in our mind. Look at that boat, that ship right there. Go ahead, read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Stop. Jordan, what was Moses and his people doing in Egypt? You know what they was doing? If he said, let my people go, what do you think they was doing? Get it real quick. See, that's fine, because we're going to get it out the Bible. Right? Let's find out what Egypt was. Read.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
House of bondage. You know what bondage means? What does it mean? Yeah. Kind of like that. Yeah, they was in slavery in Egypt, right? So, exactly. So now Moses said, if you don't do that, right, that's the definition of Egypt. It means house of bondage. So Moses said, if you don't keep these commandments, you're going right back to the house of bondage. Right. Slavery, right? Captivity, right? Okay, now that we got that understanding, rock with me. Because look at that picture. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Yes, sir. Read.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Jordan, how did our people go into slavery with ships? But how did our people go into slavery? Through ships, right? Did the Bible just say that would happen to Moses' people if they did not keep God's commandments? Absolutely, right? Read on.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
He said the exact way that I'm saying it is how it's going to happen. Right? Now, Jordan, did this happen to any other people? That's specific. That's why the Bible is mentioning it. The Bible is identifying who you are according to the Bible. Read on.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen,
slaves,
and bondwomen,
and slave women. Go ahead.
And no man shall buy you.
And no man's going to free you. You want to know why? Because even though the shackles came off when we was destroyed, we were still a slave. We still got the last name of our master. We celebrating Christmas just like he taught us. We just got done celebrating all that type of stuff, right? We're destroyed. We thinking we gonna vote our way out after 60 years of voting to nothing, right? And read verse 64, right? Listen good, because the Bible is very specific. There's no way that we can read this Bible and be like, that's not us, that's somebody else. That's us. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth even unto the other.
Now he just showed how he did that. And if you look, there's some places over here too. You understand? Absolutely, right? So this is us proving that these blacks, these Hispanic, our people are actually the Israelites.
Right.
Now there's someone running around with our name. There's someone going around saying that they are the Jews, saying that they are the Israelites, right? When it's us. It's those people running around in the ghetto that don't give a dang about nothing, right? Those are the true Israelites, right? Now, Jordan, we're gonna recap a little bit. Why did this happen? Yeah. Okay. Why did we go into slavery though? All right. Why did we go into slavery specifically? Okay, so this is where the training is coming in. Your mind is trained. What you learn in public school, what you learn on the internet, YouTube, whatever, that's now kicking in. What did Moses tell his people? You see what I'm saying? You see how quick it is? That's why I was like, you got to follow me. You got to follow me. Because whatever has been placed in our mind for years is in there solidly, right? But when we read this Bible, we got to understand this is the true book, because it's actually telling our history. You ever been to church or anything like that? Did they ever bring this out to you? They brought out that we went into slavery on slave ships? That's what I'm saying. right? This was not taught to us. Now, we're not talking about slavery, because remember Moses said, just the way I'm saying it is how it's going to happen, right? A lot of people been in slavery, but nobody went in on slave ships.
Right.
Nobody had yokes of iron until they was destroyed.
Right.
People have been freed out of slavery. We have not. We have not. Right? Absolutely. Now, if this happened because we didn't keep God's commandments, what should the black community be doing now? Yeah. You should be rebelling? Okay. Give me Deuteronomy 28 verse 25. I'm gonna show you this, right? I'm gonna show you this. Because that's what we call a carnal response. We think we should be rebelling. We should, right? But it shouldn't be like Nat Turner, right? We did that. We tried that. The Lord showed all of that to show you that doesn't work. Now, read what you got.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 25.
This is also a curse for not keeping God's commandments, right? Read.
The Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies. Thou shalt go out one way against them.
So we're going to try one way to go rebel against them. And go ahead.
And flee 7 ways before them.
And we're going to end up scattered to the winds. That's why our forefathers that fought the good fight is now in the Christian church or chilling and not fighting no more. That's why we look at our old heads around here. They don't want no part in the battle. Because they've been smitten. No, they've been smashed, destroyed, annihilated. Right? The Black Panthers, everybody's like, yo, the Black Panthers going to do it, though. They're going to do it for us, man. The police department came in there and scattered them to the winds. Right? They sent a white girl and some drugs into there, and it scattered them to the winds. God said, that's not going to work, bro. That's not going to work. He said, what you need to be doing is keeping my commandments. Give me Proverbs 7 and verse 2. Right? Because if we went into captivity for not keeping God's commandments, the answer is for us to now keep God's commandments. Right? But when you go to the Christian church, right? When you go to the mosque, when you go to BYU, all those other places around here that say that they know God, they tell us to not keep God's commandments, right? They say, oh, it's done away with. Jesus nailed it to the cross, right? But the Bible is saying, y'all gonna go into slavery if you don't, and we in slavery, right? So obviously we shouldn't be listening to the enemies that were sent against us by God. Read.
Proverbs chapter 7 and verse 2. Keep my commandments and live.
Do it now?
Keep my commandments and live.
Jordan, what does the Bible say we should be doing? Exactly. Go ahead. Read.
And my law as the apple of thine eye.
The law, God's laws, His commandments should be our main desire in life. Right? Right now, all our people, we desire money, cars, clothes, women, all that type of stuff. Absolutely. But God said, I'm giving you the key. Right? The key is to keep my commandments. Now, do you know any commandments?
Thou shalt not say his name in vain. Thou shalt not.
Okay. Jordan, you in the army? You in the military? Navy. Okay. Cool. Let me give you one. Give me 21 and 5. I'm going to show you something, right? Because the Navy has uniform regulations. Remember, this entire world is designed to make sure that you never know who you are and you never understand what it's going to take to free your people. Right? Read what you got.
Leviticus chapter 21 and verse 5. They shall not make baldness upon their heads.
Jordan, I know you be seeing these black guys, these E9s, E8s on, and these. Yup. You understand that? God says don't do that. Read on.
They shall not make baldness upon their heads. Neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard.
Now, when you wake up in the morning, you got to muster for inspection. What are they looking for? They looking for to make sure that you shave. They want a professional, uniformed appearance, but that's against God. Now, why do we got to deal with this? Because we didn't want to listen to God in the first place. Now we have to serve our masters for everything. Now we paying the price. So now, when we could have just let the hair on our face grow to appease God, now we got to ask for chits. Now we got to wait for our face to bump up, and we got to go to medical and be like, hey, my face is burning, it's on fire, I need to grow my beard out. God is saying, look, bro, you should have been growing your beard in the first place.
Right?
Even in the instructions, right? What is it, Bupa is 1000.22, Bravo? I know it, right? So he's saying this primarily happens to African Americans. So even in their instruction, it's saying, don't shave your face. It's not for black people.
Right.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.